Okay, so it's day 3 of the Golf Monthly's trip out here to Carlsbad to see everything Titleist, and I find myself in the Scotty Cameron studio. You can see behind me, this is the top of the studio where Scotty does the work that he does with his tour pros, where they take high-speed cameras and they look at what the putter's doing through impact. It's very secret in there. I aren't going to show you anything, sadly, too much about what's going on there, but you'll have to find out all about that from the magazine content that we produce. But there's a whole host of other stuff that goes on in here, and we're going to be escorted round by the man himself. Let's go take a look. Okay, so Scotty is currently taking us on a tour of where he does his customization work. So if you wanted your putter to be personalised, you could send it into the guys here, and they'd be able to put specific colours on the putter, whether that's the sight lines or on the sole. They'd also be able to put stampings on there to personalise it for you, or different coloured grips, or different head covers, just to give your putter that kind of personalisation, that customisation that Scotty offers. And it's one thing that's sort of struck home all the way through this is the attention to detail is phenomenal. Scotty keeps sort of telling stories about, you know, how the 3 dots on the back of the putter came around, or the different types of grips that he's chosen, why he's chosen them, how the logo came to being. It really is fascinating to hear. Everything is thought about. There is a story behind absolutely everything, and I think that filters through into the attention to detail from the guys on the floor here, who are actually making sure the sight lines are perfect, making sure the stamping is absolutely spot on, the paint's right, so there's no cardboard that ever comes in here because you don't want any fragments of the cardboard getting into the paint, things like that. It's phenomenal to see the level of detail that goes into this operation. Okay, so the tour of Scotty's facility here in Carlsbad is over. We're now heading off to a very special place called the Gallery, and we are going to go in that car there, which probably don't have to tell you, belongs to the man himself. Down here to, as you saw from the images, down here to the Gallery, which is Scottys Shop, where you can buy clothing, you can buy head covers. There's a lot of choice there, and they are amazing. And actually, you can have a putter fitting in this studio. The thing that struck me throughout this this part of the trip is Scotty's absolutely phenomenal attention to detail. So, for instance, in the shop here, all of the metalwork has been designed by Scotty himself. So, all the displays to show the clothing, those metalworks has been designed by Scotty. Things like some of the metal has a sort of meshy look in it, and he puts a light directly above it because he wants that look on the floor underneath it, and even to the detail of the floor in the shop is concrete. He wanted it looks great, but it was too noisy, so there's a soundproof roof above us, and it's that attention to detail that extends, I think, through everything that he does. And whilst he makes putters, he also makes a whole load of other different things as well. Okay, so we finished our day here with Scotty. Fantastic, fascinating experience. Back to the hotel, quick shower change, now out for dinner, and we're heading home back to the UK tomorrow, very sadly. A few final thoughts on Titleist as a whole as well. A couple of years ago, Mike Harris and I, and Kevin Murray actually is holding the camera, went to Fairhaven, which is where the HQ is based, where they produce the golf ball. And the golf ball is, and always will be, always has been, the big main product for the company. So the company started with the golf ball in a bid to ensure that they could produce a golf ball that was round, wasn't going to wobble offline, and so ever since that moment they're obsessed by ensuring that every product that goes to market is as it should be, is as consistent as possible. Now we've headed over to the West Coast to see how they do their golf club business, and it's the same thing. It's the attention to detail, the focus on making sure that every product they put out, whether it's something that's been custom fitted for you, whether it's the assembly line, making sure that it's exactly as you want it, or the R&D facility, the work that goes in is done to ensure that the product they produce are going to help people play better, are going to help people have more fun, and going to be exactly as you want. We have a whole host more content coming from this trip. but that's going to be in print in Golf Monthly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But for now, from beautiful California with the sun setting, it's sadly with a heavy heart I say goodbye.